So guys, in previous video we had took a look at the basic Linux commands. In this video we will be learning some more Linux commands. So without any delay, let's get started. So I have written all the commands I want to teach in this video in a text file. First thing I want to tell is there are three streams like stdin, which stands for standard input, stdout, which means standard output, stdr, which means standard error. So this is input stream, output stream and error stream. What this stdin does is it points to the our keyboard. So generally we give the input to any application via keyboard, right? And this stdin points to the keyboard, and this 0 indicates that we are considering the input as a input into the application. So you can think this 0 as a file handler or file descriptor which points to the our keyboard data. So if I type Nikhil in my keyboard, then stdin stores the Nikhil. This standard output is represented by 1, and if you use this 0 1 2 in your Linux commands, then automatically the shell understands that you are going to ask the content of standard output or standard input or standard error. So this standard output points to the our screen, desktop screen. So if I type any command, I will get the output, and that output is pointed by this file descriptor 1. And sometimes I may get error because there is no command or there is no file, or if I get I can get so many errors, and that errors are pointed by the file descriptor 2, which is standard error. There is much confusion in standard output and standard error. Don't worry, we will discuss about these three in this video. So let's get started. As in previous video I have said that let's say echo hi, and what I have done is I have set this greater than as a redirection operator. It redirects output into the text file. Let's say log.txt. If I say ls, so okay, I remove the another sample.txt file. So if I say cat log.txt, I get the contents of log.txt, which is high because the output of this command has been redirected into the log.txt file. Okay, that's fine. Now what I want to do is I want to send the errors of this command into the log.txt file. Now what I can do is I can just put 2 before the greater than symbol. So what this means is I am executing this command, and if there are any errors in executing this command, I want to send that errors into the log.txt file. So that is 2 greater than log.txt. Redirect standard errors to the log.txt. Now if I hit enter, okay, there is no output. Let's say cat log.txt, and as you can see, since there are no output, I had got just 2. Okay, now let's see a error message. So there is no Nikhil command, right? Obviously there is no Nikhil command in Linux operating system. So if I hit enter, it says that Nikhil command not found, right? Now what I want to do is I will redirect to this log.txt file. So even when I redirected the output to log.txt file, I had got some output saying that command not found, because this is not an output, this is the error message, standard error message. If I say cat log.txt, I get I had no contents in my log.txt file because there is blank output, and that blank output has been stored in the log.txt file, and the old contents of this text file has been overwritten. So one way to store this is using the the standard error descriptor. If I say 2 greater than log.txt, then if I hit enter, okay, there is nothing displayed because our error has been redirected to the log.txt file. If I say cat log.txt, now I have got the contents command not found. So this is my error message, and that error message has been stored in the log file. If I say Nikhil2, okay, I say Nikhil2 command, there is also no Nikhil2 command. What I want to do is I want to append this error to the log.txt file. If I hit enter and I say cat log.txt, and my second error has been generated because there is no Nikhil2 command in Linux systems, and that error message has been appended to my log.txt file. So previously there is Nikhil command not found, and now the contents of log.txt file are Nikhil2 command not found. So in this way we can simply generate the error messages and store them in the log file. Okay, now let's remove log.txt. Now what if I want to store both output and error in a text file? So what you want to do is say echo hello. First you need to send the output to the log.txt file, log text file, and afterwards you need to do is you need to say error, the standard error file descriptor, and you need to redirect to the &1. See, this &1 tells the output file descriptor, that means the path to the output, where is the path to where the output is going. So in our case the output is going into the log text file, and what I have done is I have said that I need my error messages to go into the path where the output is going. So output is going into the log.txt file. So after this command execution, my output of this command will redirect into the log.txt file, and if there are any error messages, those messages will also be directed into the log.txt file. Now if I press enter, so there is no output. Let's say cat log text file, and I can say hello. Because there is no error messages, I have got nothing in this log.txt file. I have got only the output, which is echo hello. Okay, now I want to tell you one more command, that is find command. So how you, in previous video we had taken a look at how to find the commands using the locate command. If you pass locate and the file name, we got the path of that file name. So this find command also finds the path of the given file name, but the syntax is very different. What I want to say is find space and the directory I want to search in. If I want to search my whole computer, I just say slash, and I want to say type, I want to search for F minus type. F stands for search for the file type F, that means I want to search for file, not any folders, and I want to say name, and the name of the file I want to search, say log.txt. Now if I hit enter, okay, I stop this using the Ctrl Shift C. So there are so much finding going on. Okay, if I go top, these are our error messages. You can see the find proc 961 ns permission denied, because we are normal user and we are finding the file in some directories which we do not have access. That's why we got the permission denied. So these are our error messages. So one way to get rid of these error messages, I want to say to, which is the standard error file descriptor, I want to redirect to dev null. So this dev null is like black hole. So whatever contents we pass to this directory dev null, automatically within second those contents will get deleted. So it's like black hole, you can just throw anything, some bytes of data, gigabytes of data, it just disappears, because there will be a background script for this dev null, and if any contents are placed in this dev null directory, those contents will get automatically deleted. Okay, now what we are going to do is, we are going to find from the root directory, and the type I want to find is file type, file, and the name of the file is rock.txt, and I want the error messages go to this dev null, which is a black hole. And now if I hit enter, so we have got this home Nikki desktop rock.txt, and we did not get this large error output because or the error has been redirected to the dev null. So I want to type Ctrl Shift C, since we got the output, it's in home Nikki desktop rock.txt. Okay, this is one way to get rid of error messages. So let me clear the screen. So I hope you have got understood. If I say ls, if I say cat rock.txt, sorry, okay, there is hello. So another way to append both output and error is, you want to say hi, and what you want to do is ampersand greater than. This will store all the file descriptors into this rock.txt file. If I say cat rock.txt, I have the hi, and the hello is the previous contents of the file, and those contents have been overwritten. Okay, this is all you need to know about these redirections and input, output, and error streams. Now I want to say the pipe command. I have said this pipe command in the previous video, but again this is very important. Let's say ls hc pass wd. This is a file which is located in my system. I want to pipe it to ls. Now the contents or the output of this command will be taken as input of this command ls. So okay, I think we do not have the access. Okay, we can pipe this into ls minus l to long list everything, and if I pipe this into this, okay, I have only one file. If I have so many files, I can just scroll through these files. So remember, this pipe is very important, and we will be using this pipe lot of times. And the next command we will be discussing is t command. So if I type ls, I will get the contents of the directory, which is rock.txt file. So what if I want to see the output, and at the same time I want to store it to the file? So for that purpose, I can say t output.txt. So what this actually t command does is, it will print the output of this command and also stores that output into the text file or any other file. So I have got the output rock.txt and output.txt. So as you can see, the first t command will generate the output.txt, and then this command gets executed. Now if I say cat output.txt, now I have got the same output stored in the output.txt file. So the first output.txt has been generated, and then this command has been executed, and the output of this command has been stored in this file. So I think you have understood this. And the next command we are going to see is cut command. So if I say ls, I get the long listing of these two files. So don't worry about all this output, I will explain in a separate video in the file permissions. So okay, let me cat rock.txt. Now I had the contents as hi. Now I want to pipe it to cut, and what I want to say is cut minus C1. So this cut command will just cuts everything after that, or it just prints on exactly the character 1. So my output will be H, and if I say 2, the second character will get outputted. So if I say 3, I get null output. So using the cut command we can access only particular byte of data, and if I say 1/2, I get the from 1 to 2 index. So that is high. This is the first character and this is the second character. Okay, now we can separate this text file as according to some fields. Now if I say F1, I get the high. So basically this F option tells that we need to divide the output as particular tab spaced text file. So if I say hi tab hello world, then the first field will be hi and the second field will be hello. Okay, I think you got confused. Okay, now let me explain this. So we have got this ls command, and the first line says the total, and the second line says that this some file permissions, and the third line also file permissions. Now what I want to do is I want to separate all these columns according to the space. So what I want to get is this total, this all the first elements in these columns should be as first field, and all the second columns will be as second field, and the third columns as third field. So to get that we need to use another option in the cut command, that is -d. So D stands for delimiter. Now I want to say space. So what this delimiter is doing is it will cut this output according to the space. So there is a space between total and 8. So it identifies that total is one field and 8 is one field. And in the same way there are so many spaces in between these. So this permission, these contents are one field, and this one is one field, and this Nikki is one field, and this Nikki is another field, right? Based upon the space, the cut command will divides. Based on the delimiter, the cut command divides all the output into some fields. Now if I want to access the first field, I say -f1. So as you can see from here, I got only first field because the delimiter is space and it has divided the contents according to this delimiter space. So the first column or the first field is total, and this one and this one. Now if I say F2, I get the 811. So because that is the second column in each row, right? 811. And if I say F3, I get the null and Nikki because there is no third column or character in the first line, right? If I say F3, I get the null, which is null, and Nikki. Now if I say 5, I get the null 319. Okay, I think there is some more space between that, or it has been considered as a null, because if it has 03 it might get printed. Okay, that's all about this cut command. You can cut according to the delimiter. And there is another command called head and tail. So let's say ls. Now I want to create a new file. Okay, first let me see the contents of log.txt. So there is only one line, right? So now what I want to do is I will write some more lines of contents into this log.txt file. Echo hello so in the same way I write hello world. So let me write some lines. Hello world 3, and Superman, and I'm just appending all these contents into the log text file. Iron Man, and let's say Spider-Man. Okay, these lines, I think these are enough. Let me display the contents of log file. Now we have got these lines, and if you want to display the line numbers, you can say nl log.txt file, and it will display the line numbers, which we have the 7 lines in our log.txt file. Now what the head command does is, it will take the first n number of lines and it will display it. And let's say head minus n for number of lines. If I say 3, and if I say log.txt file, I get the first 3 lines. So this head command will take the output from starting line and it will display up to this number of lines, right? So the tail command is opposite to this head command. The tail command takes the line numbers from backwards, that means from the last onwards. If I say 2 log.txt file, now I get the last 2 lines. So if I say n comma 5, I get the first 5 lines in the log.txt file, and if I say tail last minus n 5, I get last 5 lines of this log.txt file. So what I want to get only particular 3, 4 lines. So my aim is to get only the third line and the fourth line. Now what you want to do is, you want to generate from starting onwards head minus n, let's say 4, because I want only 3 and 4, right? The maximum number of lines head can do is 4, and I will pipe this output into the tail command. So this output contains only the first 4 lines, right? Hi, hello, hello world, hello world 3. So in order to get only third and fourth rows, I just say tail minus n 2. Now as you can see, I got only the third line and the fourth line, right? Now what I have done is, I will just recap once. First I have displayed the first 4 lines, and I have piped that output into the tail command. So the tail command looks only at these 4 lines, and in that 4 lines it will display the 2 lines from the ending. So the first 4 lines contains hi, hello, hello world 3, and these will be the input to the tail command. And the tail command always considers from the last, and we said that consider 2 lines. So from the last, in the sense this is the last line and this is the last but one line. So hello world and hello world 3 are being printed. So in this way you can get particular number of lines using the head combination of head and tail commands. So okay, we can sort these using the sort command. I say sort log.txt file. Now this contents of this log.txt file will gets sorted in the ascending order of their alphabets. So first one there is hello H, and all the words which starting with H are being arranged sorted one, and then the second character has been checked E, hello, and hello is the same. The hello is the least, the lowest one in the ascending order, and the word 3, and then hi. So these are sorted according to their ascending order of their alphabets, right? So you can also sort this in the reverse order by using -r option. As you can see, this output is exact opposite to this output because it's just reversing the sorted order. Now what you want to do is, you can pipe this into unique command. So what this unique command does is, when it checks two lines, and if the 2 lines are identical, it will remove the 1 line. So we will see the unique command later, but the only property you need to do the unique command is that all should be in the sorted order. and if sorted order only, then unique command will remove the duplicates, right? So the next command you want to do is wc command. Wc stands for word count. It will count the words in the file and it will returns the number of words. So the first one is the line number. It says that there are 7 lines, and the second one is the word number. There are number of words means 7. There are 7 words in the log.txt file, and how many bytes or characters are there in the log.txt file? That means 59. So in my log.txt file there are 7 lines which we have seen here, and there are 7 words. That means each word per each line, and there are 59 bytes, I mean 59 characters. So what if I want to get only say line number? I want to specify -l, and I got only the first line number. And if I say w, I will get only the word count, which is also 7. And if I say c, number of character count, it shows us 59. So these 3 are the important options for the wc command, which stands for word count. And the last command we will be seeing in this video is file command. So file.log.txt, it says that ASCII text. This file command tells the basic information about the file we specified in the first argument. So guys, now we will be seeing the grep command. Now let's say cat log file. Now this grep command will matches the pattern given, and it will print only the line the pattern matches. So let's say grep. Now I want to print the lines which has hello in it. So if I say grep hello, and if I hit enter, now I get only the lines that has hello in it. Hello is the pattern we have specified for the grep, and I have got only those 3 lines. So if I want to ignore case, that means I want to search for small hello and the capital hello, then I want to specify this I switch. And since we have our lowercase alphabets, we have got the same output. Now to inverse this matching, that means show me the lines except the lines with the hello word. If I hit enter, now I get the lines other than the lines that contains the hello word, hello. Okay, this is the basic usage of the grep. In the future videos we will see some more examples of the grep, and also these are the basic Linux commands, and if there is any other command I have missed, then we will see that command in that video.